This week at the Disney Investor Day, Disney announced 61 new projects, including movies and TV shows. And I must say, they all blew my mind. Hey, it's me, AP, and welcome to the Saturday Movie Show. I hope you're all having a lovely Saturday today. It is a lovely Saturday to be able to discuss all the news that came out this week from the Disney Investor Day. It was phenomenal. Disney had this Investor Day were for the Disney investors, but it was made available for the general public to watch online through a stream, and it was several hours long, and it was fantastic. It was all talk of all the streaming services from Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, Hulu, and many more, and it was talking about Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, all the different content that Disney are pumping out, and it was full of fantastic announcements of new movies and TV shows that they're going to be putting out over the next couple of years. And I'm so happy that I get to discuss all this today on the Saturday Movie Show. I've been writing my list this morning, and it's just crazy again, just looking through the list of some of the notable projects that they're going to be working on. And today, as I said, it's 61 projects, 61 shows, movies, all included, all together. I can't speak about every single project. I would be here for ages. I would be here for like hours and upon hours. So today in the show, I'm going to discuss some notable mentions I think are worthy mentions today for the show. So let's get to it. First of all, I'm going to start with Star Wars. So the Star Wars side of thing, they made several announcements, including TV shows and movies. And here's some of the really cool ones that they've mentioned here. So first of all, we're going to get an Ahsoka TV show, and this is going to be set during the Mandalorian timeline, the Mandalorian universe, if you like. We obviously this year we've seen in this season 2 of The Mandalorian, Ahsoka Tano make her debut, and it was starring Rosario Dawson. And now they've announced they're going to do a live action spin off version of Ahsoka, and I think it's going to be exciting. It's nice now we're going to get, as I said, I mentioned on previous shows, like a Jedi type show. I know she's not specifically a Jedi, but I'm excited by this. Again, I didn't watch much of the Clone Wars. I'm only like 2 seasons in, so I've not seen much of it, but I'm aware of this character, and I really enjoyed one episode in The Mandalorian so far this year. It has been very enjoyable, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Rosario Dawson return into a full-length TV season. We don't know how many seasons it's going to be, whether it's going to be like a one-off event show, or if it's going to be like a long-running story like The Mandalorian. So that will be super exciting to see that when it comes out. Next up, we got the Obi-Wan TV show. We got a bit more news about this. So we've now know it's going to be set roughly around 10 years after the Revenge of the Sith, and it's going to be quite interesting. I think it's going to be starring Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Hayden Christensen, who played Anakin Skywalker and then Darth Vader, will be returning, and he will be returned to the Star Wars universe playing Darth Vader. So that's going to be really cool to see how they do that, because we've seen it in Revenge of the Sith at the end. He's got it's all like a digitalized face. We don't really see. I don't know how they're going to do it really. I think they're probably going to make him look more like he did in Return of the Jedi. That his face at the end when the mask comes off, make him similar to that actor. I think he's not going to look anything like Anakin Skywalker did, or maybe they will do some flashbacks as well to the time together. So that'll be really exciting. I think it's a big pull that to get him in to star in this show, and it makes it more more attractive to watch now. I think the star appeal of you've got them two great actors included, and two great actors that were included in the prequels. I enjoyed the prequels for what they were, and I think them two were enjoyable characters. He's not the best Obi-Wan. Ewan McGregor, but he was good in that role. He was good enough in that role. So that'll be exciting when that comes to light. I believe I think it's next year that's going to be coming out. I might not be right. I might not be correct on that, but the Obi-Wan TV show going to be fantastic. Next up, we've had a Lando Calrissian Lando TV show that is going to be coming out. They're saying it's an event series. Not much has been announced about this, apart from the fact it's called Lando. That is literally the title of it. It's called Lando, and it's an event series. We don't know who is going to be starring as Lando or whereabouts in the Star Wars timeline that's going to be like telling the story of. We might even get like a case where it's featuring both Billy D. Williams from the original and the sequel trilogy, and Donald Glover from the Solo movie. It could be both of them just sort of like telling different parts of the story through different parts of their lives. I think that would be quite interesting. I would like to see Donald Glover return because I thought he was really good in Solo, and that'll be interesting. I know at the time when Solo was released, the movie, there was a lot of talk of maybe a spin-off of some sorts with Donald Glover, whether it be a movie or a TV show. And maybe this is where we go now with it. It's going to be a TV show starring Donald Glover. So that will be cool to see whenever that does come out. I'm looking forward to that. So another big announcement was, again, we got tons of different Star Wars shows, but I'm only going to pick a few of them to talk about because there's that much news on today for the Saturday movie show. But we got the announcement that Patty Jenkins, the director of Wonder Woman and the upcoming Wonder Woman 1984, she will be directing a Star Wars movie, and we've even got a title as well. We haven't got any story ideas of what the story is about yet, but maybe from the title we can get a rough idea of where we're going to go with the story. So it's going to be called Rogue Squadron, and it's set to come out in December 2023. So Patty Jenkins will be directing that, and that's going to be interesting. So Rogue Squadron, again, we don't really know if it's going to be where it's going to be set or who it's based on, but I imagine it's going to be based on some pilots of some sort, some fighters, and a squadron similar to, it could be similar to like a Rogue One. It could be a Rogue One spiritual successor in a way. We don't even know if it's going to be about good guys or bad guys. We don't really know yet. So, but I'm interested to see it. I'm looking forward to seeing more movies. I really do enjoy the Mandalorian TV show and what they're doing on the TV show side of things. But I still want to see Star Wars movies at the same time, and to see more spin-off movies. I thought Rogue One was great. Solo, I really enjoyed Solo, but just to see more stories that maybe are not set within the Skywalker ties, the family ties of them films. It's interesting to see more new characters, and I think that is what we will see with Taika Waititi's Star Wars movies as well. That's been announced. I know he was announced prior to this event months ago, but they're gonna do a movie with him as well, doing a Star Wars movie. Again, we don't know anything about that one. We don't know a title or anything as of yet. But just to get more movies in the Star Wars universe as well, more spin-off movies and just of new characters is going to be exciting to see as a Star Wars fan. So I'm really looking forward to. I think Patty Jenkins. I really enjoyed Wonder Woman. I thought it was a great movie. I'm looking forward to Wonder Woman 2, 1984. Be interesting to see what she does with it, and to hear. I'm sure over the next year or so we'll hear a bit more about that story, casting announcements, and what the story is going to be about. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited about that. Next, I'm just going to move on shortly to Pixar. Pixar, the main announcement I thought was really exciting. We're going to be getting it was Lightyear. Lightyear starring Chris Evans. It's going to be a spin-off movie of the character Buzz Lightyear, but it's not about Buzz from the Toy Story franchise. It's the character the Buzz Lightyear toy was based on. So it's the pilot, Buzz Lightyear, who the toy line was based on. So first of all, I never knew. Maybe this is something completely new they're going to be bringing in, sort of retcon it a bit. So Buzz Lightyear was apparently based on an actual pilot, an astronaut, and this is what the story is going to be. So it's a prequel movie to the Toy Story movies, but it's not about toys. It's about the actual man called Lightyear, and Chris Evans rather than Tim Allen. Tim Allen's not going to be voicing Buzz this time. It's going to be Chris Evans. You know him as Captain America and the Human Torch, if you like, and he's going to be voicing Buzz in this movie. So this movie will be coming out. I think it's 2022. We don't have a date on that. I believe it's 2022 or 2023. I think it's 2023 actually. I'm interested. I never knew I wanted a movie called Lightyear based on the character that the toy was based on. But apparently, this is something I now want. Maybe in a few more years, we're going to get a character, a movie called Woody that is just based on Woody the cowboy. It's fascinating. I never thought it was, and it was never an idea I would think of. And I think it's a genius idea. I'm really looking forward to it. I think Chris Evans will be amazing as Buzz. I really enjoyed him as Captain America, as many of us out there did. He was fantastic in that role. So him playing Buzz is going to be really cool to see. I'm really looking forward to that when that does come along. Now we're going to jump in to Marvel. I love Marvel. I love Marvel movies. I really enjoy everything that the MCU has pumped out, apart from Iron Man 3. I've really enjoyed. So to hear some of the Marvel announcements this week at the Disney Investor Day was really cool to hear. So we got, again, tons of TV shows and a few different movie announcements. The notable TV shows I want to mention here, we've got Secret Invasion, starring Samuel L. Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn. So they're going to adapt that comic of the Secret Invasion storyline, and yeah, that's going to be cool. I've got the Secret Invasion. No, sorry, hang on. No, I'm getting confused. I've got Secret Wars. I've got Secret Wars. The comic series, the graphic novel upstairs. I've never read Secret Invasion though, so I don't really know much about that story in particular. I know sort of like the rough marks around it, the rough idea of it, but I've not read it. I can't pretend that I've read any Secret Invasion stuff. So that will be cool though. I'm looking forward to just seeing more Nick Fury, in all honesty, and just to see a big budget TV show is going to be cool. We're going to get an Ironheart spin-off show. So Ironheart has been like one of these newer comics, and it is starring the title character is Riri Williams, and basically she somehow inherits the Iron Man mask or the Iron Man suit, and she becomes Ironheart. So this is going to be interesting to see, because the way they were doing it with the movies, in particular with Endgame, I thought they were sort of making it that maybe Tony Stark's daughter would take on the role of Ironheart moving forward, or maybe that kid from Iron Man 3. Maybe he'll become Iron Lad, maybe. But it's going to be interesting. Again, it's just really, really exciting to just hear all of these fascinating projects that they're going to be pumping out. And I hear about these shows and I'm like, wow, seriously, they're going to do that? It just seems a bit mad to hear that they're putting that down on paper to make a show of it, but they are. So they've made, again, Secret Invasion, Ironheart, 2 big TV show announcements among many more. But the 2 movie announcements that I thought were really cool is we're going to get Ant-Man and Wasp 3, and it's going to be called Quantum Mania, and that will be very good. I enjoyed the first 2 Ant-Man movies. I thought they were really, really good movies. And second of all, they made the announcement that they are in the process of working on a Fantastic Four reboot, something that's going to be part of the MCU, and hopefully they will get the MCU's version of Fantastic Four right. I have trust Kevin Feige. I think he's going to do it right, and they've got the director of the Spiderman movies, the new Spiderman movies, Jon Watts. He is going to direct the Fantastic Four movies. So I imagine this is going to be something after Spider-Man 3 has come out, then we'll start hearing more about that movie. But sure, we've had different casting rumours over the years of like John Krasinski, the guy out the office, and his wife Emily Blunt potentially taking on the role of Reed Richards and Sue Storm. I don't know. Maybe they'll. I think it would be better just to go for some complete unknowns. In all honesty, I think one thing about Marvel, they usually get the casting choices right, and maybe it isn't. Maybe they are the right choices, or maybe there's someone out there who we would never think of for the roles of the Fantastic Four to be cast as. So let's see where it goes, and I'm excited by it. I'm not like down on the Fantastic Four property. I think it's going to be good because it's in the MCU now, and I think Marvel do Marvel movies right. So I'm excited. Well, I should say Disney do Marvel movies right, because this is a Disney property now, and I like Disney properties. Sue me. I enjoy it. I enjoy everything about Disney. I think it's cool, and they've made some cracking announcements this week. So That is all the movie news, and maybe just again, like I said, they said this is going to be direct to consumer. A lot of it, a lot of it's going to be going to stream by the sounds of it, and this is not a surprising announcement to say that they're going to do this. The theatres, movie theatres, cinemas across the world are still, a lot of them are closed, places are shutting. We got the news this week about in the US there was 3,000 deaths in one day. So here in the UK, some of the cinemas are opening up, but I imagine in the US it's probably not that case, and I imagine it's still a lot of the cinemas are closed over there. So them stating this direct to consumer message makes sense to them because they can change as a company through these times when maybe say we get a period again where people can't go to cinemas. They need to have a backup plan, and their backup plan now is let's release them to Disney Plus. Let's not delay them. And wow, I mean, as huge as this was, I mean, I thought last week's news by HBO and HBO Max was huge, announcing 17 movies going straight to HBO Max throughout 2021. And this week, Disney they took a massive dump, a dump on HBO Max's announcement. I honestly thought last week's announcement, I said it in the video, this is like a shift in the power of streaming. Blimey, it feels like Disney have just reacted to that straight away this week and be like, you know what we're gonna do this week? They thought they blew it out the park, but we're gonna blow them out the feckin'. Pardon my French. I didn't say the proper swear word. I said the Irish one, so it doesn't count. But they're gonna blow them. They're just gonna blow them off the planet with this announcement, and they have just made an announcement that has just blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind, and many out there. I'm sure a lot of you out there feel the same as myself. So I'm just gonna have a sip of coffee, guys. Hope you enjoy that coffee break. You know the rules. No editing. Oh, and another announcement. We get Indiana Jones #5 is announced, and it's due for summer 2022 a release. They're going to start filming next year. So that was my last movie announcement. That was part of the Lucasfilm announcement. So basically, an exciting week of movie news. But now let's chill down for a moment. It's the part of the show, as I introduced it last week, the movie quiz, the Saturday movie show quiz. And it's a short quiz. You don't need a pen and paper. You can just do it in your brain. I'm going to read through 6 simple movie questions, or they may be advanced if you don't know your movie stuff. 6 questions, and I'm going to read them all through, think of your answers, and then I'll repeat them all again. And I want to hear your answers in the comments below. So leave all your answers for the movie quiz today in the answers below. There's no prizes. It's just a fun part of being a part of this community. I just want to get people involved with the show as best as I can. So the movie quiz is a part of that. So let's get to question number 1 of today's quiz. So in the movie, this is Spinal Tap. Which new album was the band Spinal Tap releasing and promoting, if you like? So let me repeat that question. In the movie This is Spinal Tap, what was the name of the new album the band was promoting? Question number 2. What year was the movie The Other Guys starring Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg released? This is a multiple choice, guys. So is it A, 2008, B, 2010, or C, 2011? Let me give you the question and choices again. So, in what year was the movie The Other Guys released, starring Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg? Was it A, 2008, B, 2010, or C, 2011? Question number 3. Who voiced in the movie franchise Toy Story, linking it into the news of Toy Story and Lightyear, in the movie franchise Toy Story, who voiced Mr. Potato Head? Let me give you that question again. So, in the movie franchise Toy Story, who voiced Mr. Potato Head? Let's go on to the next page of questions, guys. Right, question number 4. How many Lethal Weapon movies did Rene Russo feature in? So it's a multiple choice one. Here's the answers. Was it A, 2, B, 3, or C, 4? Let me give you the question and the answers all again. So, how many Lethal Weapon movies did Rene Russo star in? Was it A, 2, B, 3, or C, 4? Question number 5. Who directed The Avengers Endgame? Question number 5. Who directed The Avengers Endgame? Ooh, it's a tricky one. Tricky one, that one. I had to double think about that. I was like, who directed that movie? And then it was like, oh yeah, I know now. Question number 6. In the movie Elf, who plays Buddy the Elf's love interest? So I'm looking for the actress who played Buddy's love interest. Let me give you that question again. In the movie Elf, who played Buddy the Elf's love interest? What was the actress's name? Right, so let's go through the questions and answers. So let's go for it. Here we go. From the top again. In the movie, This is Spinal Tap. What was the name of the album the band were promoting? The answer to that question is Smell the Glove. Of course it is. What a splendid title to an album. Number 2. What was the year the movie The Other Guys starring Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg released? Was it A, 2008, B, 2010, or C, 2011? The answer was 2010. Question number 3. In the movie franchise Toy Story, who voiced Mr. Potato Head? The answer was Don Rickles. Question number 4. How many Lethal Weapon movies did Rene Russo feature in? This was multiple choice. It was either 2, 3, or 4. And the answer is 2. She starred in 2 Lethal Weapon movies, number 3 and number 4. Question number 5. Who directed The Avengers Endgame? The answer to that question is the Russo brothers. And it was Anthony and Joe Russo, the Russo brothers. They directed the Avengers Endgame movie, which was a fantastic movie. Question number 6. In the movie Elf, who played Buddy the Elf's female love interest? And the answer to that question was the new girl actress Zoe Deschanel. Zoe Deschanel. She played the role of Buddy the Elf's love interest in that movie. And that is the quiz over for today's Saturday movie show. I hope you enjoyed it. And as I said, let me know all your answers. Leave the answers in the comment section below. And let me know if you enjoyed the quiz. And let me know as well, what are you most excited for that has been announced this week at the Disney Investor Day? I think my most exciting announcement, what would I say? Didn't even get onto. I mean, again, there's tons more. I could do a second show next week about this. I might even do a second show announcing some more, but I don't really know. Maybe like the Fantastic Four. I suppose Star Wars, just like the Ahsoka TV show and the Obi-Wan show. I think they're both very exciting bits of news coming out. So again, I'm just gonna have to study it all again and just suss out what I'm more excited about. It's just a joy to hear about all these new shows. I'm really excited. I can't wait. But yeah, if you enjoyed the show, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts on today's show and let me know what you are excited for from the announcements this week. I hope you all have a lovely Saturday and enjoy the rest of the weekend as well. Have a great day.